Hey there, it's Tiffany here, and I'm back with another reading excerpt. This is actually a book that I am currently in process of reading, which is not something I've done before in this series, but I am loving it so far, and I was excited to share it with you all. So this is Hester, and it is by Laurie Lico Albanese. My apologies if I'm saying that incorrectly. It caught me, of course, the title of the book caught me because Hester is the name of the main character in Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter. And that was a novel that I taught for many years and really enjoyed, not so much the actual writing in the novel, but I loved the questions and the complexities about life and about society that were introduced by the novel, right? So it's an American classic. Of course, if you went to high school in the United States within the last probably 50 years, then you likely had some exposure to the Scarlet Letter because it is one of those seminal pieces of American literature that even if you don't read the whole thing, in school, your teachers reference it, or maybe you read excerpts or stories based on it, or you might have watched the movie. I mean, it's something that is just really woven into our literary fabric, right? So I'm not in love with the writing in the Scarlet Letter, so all of the all of the super fans don't come for me because I'm being honest about that. I don't love the writing of it, but I love the premise of the novel. There are particular passages in the novel that I absolutely adore, and like I said, the questions about culture and society and what we value and what we take as truth, those kinds of things are super important and impressive to me from that novel. I also think that Hawthorne was incredibly talented about some of the subtleties in characterization and description that he wove into that novel. So I'm not dogging Hawthorne. I'm just saying that The Scarlet Letter isn't my favorite book ever. However, when I saw this book advertised, I was like, ooh, I think this could be really cool. It could be a really great take on or retelling of where that particular character Hester came from, and how Hawthorne sort of created that character, and how she came to be. So I am about halfway through the novel. I'm loving it. I read half of the novel like in the last 24 hours or so. So it's a quick read. And I thought I would hop on here and share a little excerpt with you in case it's something that you think you might want to read as well. So the excerpt I'm reading today comes from page 5 and 6 of the novel, and I hope you love it. Okay, here we go. Mam's cousin was a dressmaker who kept a small shop in the town of Bagar. I was 7 years old the year we traveled 2 hours by wagon cart to visit her. To clothe a woman is to hide her failings and frailties, Auntie Eileen told me. A dressmaker is talented with the needle, but above all, she is a secret keeper. I understood this well, for I was a secret keeper too. I showed Eileen a doll's dress I'd sewn of green poplin with colorful flowers strewn across the skirt. Eileen turned the dress inside out to study the seams and the knots I'd made in the backs of the flowers. I held my breath to see if she would remark upon the tiny red A folded away, But either she did not know it was there, or she kept silent. The work is Isabel's, Ma'am said. She was proud. Not one stitch is mine. She's well suited for the needle, Eileen said. When your girl is ready, I'll take her as an apprentice. I visited Auntie Eileen again when the merchants' wives came to order new winter dresses and sat on a three-legged stool holding her pens and chalks. The best dresses offer secrets but no surprises, Eileen said when we were alone. Little pockets and camouflage for flaws with no hint of what's hidden beneath the flare of a bell sleeve, the bones of a corset, or the inset of a shorting. She told me she disguised a lady's twisted arm beneath a thick bishop sleeve, sewn a hidden pocket into a shirtwaist, and much more. Before long, I was able to see the ways that a woman hid herself with a cloak, a cap, or a shoe with a lift to hide a crooked knee. I drew these things in my book, Sketches for Preserving a Lady's Dignity. You work quietly, my aunt said. I like that. Her words didn't generally have hue or shape to them, but I saw these in the thick yellow of an egg yolk. Sometimes there's more power in silence than in speech, she added. Our ancestress knew it, and it served her well. Ancestress? Auntie Eileen tipped her head when she looked at me. Isabel Gowdy, Queen of Witches. She's your namesake. Her words were still yellow, which I came to know as the color of truth. She knew when evil was right there in front of her in the shape of a man, and she knew when to be silent and when to raise hell to the heavens. So what do you think? Does it sound like a book that you might be interested in reading? It has captured my attention. I am enjoying every page that I'm reading, and I'd love to hear if you are interested in reading it and what you think. All right, talk to you soon.